Good morning. It is now 9:30. I have just hopped on the screens to do my market analysis, and I am currently on MNQ, 180-day 4-hour, with a chart with a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'm going to clear my drawing set. I encourage you to do this. Again, it's not 100% necessary all the time. I understand everybody has different preferences. That being said, I like to do that because I think that it just allows me to come to the markets fresh and not feel like I am, coming with any bias, even though obviously I've traded 2 sessions yesterday. Okay, I am going to mark my fibs again. There we go. I'm gonna make these red, and I'm gonna move in to the 1 hour. This trend line is interesting to me. It's kind of a touch. And I'm gonna mark it though. So I always do my micro trends dotted. It just makes sense to me. And then I'm going to zoom all the way into the 5 and see what we have going on here. Got an uptrend. Kind of. See, if we go with candle bodies, this trend line's a lot cleaner. So, use your discretion, but always on the higher time frames, I would say make sure that you are really consistent about making sure you're including your wicks in your trend lines. I think I like it from here. Like that. And we're going to leave it there. I'm going to go back to the 1 hour, and I'm going to grab my price tool, and we're just going to look left. So, we are sort of close to right here. We had a wick off of the same area. I'm going to mark this just because obviously we got something going on here. So we want to stay below that for sure if we're going to continue to the downside. Just because we can see this wicking off both of those zones there. Let's see here. I like this. We can see some wicks off of this area this way too, so I will even extend it this way and delete this first one. There's little 2. And again, that's really close to this fib. We bounced off this fib, and then we've got some stuff going on in here. So I'll mark this. So this is just some downside stuff going on. Upside, let's look here. I like this possible level if we come above. But again, I'm not trying to crowd my charts. In fact, I might not even keep all of these price levels on my charts. It's just so that I can see kind of where price is bouncing from and what's going on. So for now, I'm going to delete this guy because it's so close to our fib that I'm not super worried about it. Just to make my charts a little cleaner, and then we're going to zoom back in to the 5. I am going to sort of draw out a little thesis here, and I will post it to the group here in a minute. Hi, I know this looks like the same exact chart, but it's not. It's ES. I'm going to chart ES for you guys. I know we have a very scalp-based Discord, so I want to make sure I'm not neglecting that at all. I'm coming to the 180-day 4-hour on ES. And I am going to chart. I have my price level up now, so I might as well go ahead and mark some. Here I can clearly see, we got some stuff going on. So I'm going to mark in here because I feel like that's the most touch points. And we're currently bouncing off of that level. I see this wick. When I see that and kind of jumpiness, I want to mark that almost right away. Although we have an area right below it. Let's see, that is 5,450. 53, and this is 5,440 or 64.41. We're gonna come in the middle, and we're gonna mark it there. Close, and at least we have these 2 bounces here. That way we know, this guy too, very, very close to that area. That way, if we know we're coming towards this level, there could be some sort of movement, switch of direction, some kind of bounce of some sort. Right now, that is a pretty good jump because we are on the 4 hour. So I am going to come here, do my trend lines, try to make this as quick as possible. And I'm going to do my fibs. Again, doing these the same way. I don't like when these are the same color. This is kind of a downside target, so we will make this red. And I'm going to move into the 1 hour, and we're going to just look again for those price levels and just make sure. Obviously now we have our fibs, we have another layer of, levels, but we just want to make sure that we didn't miss anything, major. And it doesn't really look like it because all of this is kind of micro range. We're always a little bit jumpy in there, and then all of this little price level here is pretty much in the center of this fib. So all of that makes sense to me. I'll keep all of those fibs. That seems fine to me. I'll move into my 5 minute. And it does look like I see a trend line break here to the upside. Oops. Ooh, good golly. Yeah, we broke, even back tested here. And now we are, I don't know what we're doing. Definitely have a higher low there. Not loving anything off of that. I could slap some fibs in here just because we are in a decent little range, and we have some upside targets if we are going to head to the upside. If not, we're definitely going to have to break this trend here. I'm going to go into the 3 minute, and I'm going to draw another trend line off of this. And in order to go short, we'd have to break that. Okay, I just updated the Discord on what I was leaning towards. Currently, I'm leaning towards long. We did break this trend line that I had originally drawn. If we do break back under it, of course, then shorts could be in play because it would be, under that resistance level there, or support level, that key level there, rather. So we shall see how it plays out. I do think that I'm going to attempt to enter off of a pullback, although, there is a lot of, it doesn't just appear that there's still a lot of choppiness and volatility. So even if we are moving upwards, I don't want to have my stop have to be too loose in the daytime. So I'm going to just let it play out, see how it goes, and I will let you know if I enter. I am currently in 2 positions. I am in MNQ long at 19.24.25. Price is moving pretty dang fast. And I'm in a long at 5,550.50 on MES. In both of these positions, I'm in profit in MNQ and not in ES, but just at break even. So, sitting, watching, hoping these are good entries and they will trickle up all day. I rarely enter 2 positions at the same time, and I just realized I was looking at my P&L and I was getting really confused, and I realized I took my MES position on a sim account, which is goofy, but that's okay. I was getting slightly feeling a little bit overwhelmed with 2 positions because I rarely ever take 2. So I think this might have been a good moment to actually explore my psychology around that a little bit and think about why I was feeling overwhelmed. Realistically, I can watch both. Things are going swimmingly. I don't know. I just wanted to share that because that was my first thought. Like, man, I should probably look into why I am feeling that way. But I will hop back in as things progress. I wanted to show you something. So I entered here My stop loss is where it is now. So essentially what it was, right below, it was like here. And as we came up, I moved it straight to the tick. It was perfect for this pullback that did come below my entry, and now we're back up. Again, I'm staying through all of this. A lot of people are scalping very, very quick moves, and this is, for people who are trading cash accounts or maybe top step accounts that don't have the unrealized trail, and maybe you're trading micros like I am. Just be very, very mindful of how you're managing your accounts, where you are at in your trading journey, and just make sure you're not diving into this sort of trading style when you don't have the capital or the means for it. I just don't want to steer anybody the wrong way, because I know that obviously we are super scalping based here for the most part. Brittany is amazing at scalping. Anyway, gonna let this play out and see how everything is moving upward in this continuation of the day, and I'm just gonna kind of watch and see what happens and hope that we can get a good move today. If not, we're already up pretty good. Obviously, I'm not above my entry yet because price action has not played out that way, but I'm hoping that we have another pullback comes above my entry and I can move my stop up. We can kind of let everything breathe, and then I can go live my day and sort of check in throughout. So yeah. Okay, I was stopped out of my original entry at 19,064, and I might re-enter because it looks like it's just a pullback. I'm watching. I could be wrong. It could be, a solid pullback. It could be a pullback near this area. I should probably give myself some slack at this point, because at least, it was to the plan. I moved my stop up with the play where I needed to be. Again, I've only taken one trade today, and then my trade last night. So for today's trading day, I'm up $201. Dang, this is the hard part. So, I took a re-entry, and my original profits for the day were like 76 or 78, something like that. And I took a re-entry, and I'll show you. I took my re-entry here, and this candle pushed up really nicely, and it came above my entry pretty well. And then I started feeling like this candle should probably be pushing up more than it is. So I got a little bit weary, and instead of just pressing the close button, which I should have done, I didn't, and I ended up taking a loss, which is so silly. But the loss was not huge. Unfortunately, it was more than I would have liked. It's like 40-something bucks, and my current profits for the day are $157.78, and that includes what I made last night. So I think it's like 30-something bucks. Anyhow, that's how that went today, and I'm not going to take any more entries.